have an interesting backstory, I guess. I share a lot in common with y'all. I grew up in Uray, Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so I worked for Congressman Scott McGinnis as a congressional caseworker, and I'm a father of 4. But my father was killed back in August of this year in a dinner shooting. He was protecting 2 small kids that weren't even here, so they were running around a restaurant, and the family was on the other side of the restaurant, and armed robbers came in, and he tried to protect the kids, and so they shot and killed my dad. But the interesting side of the story is, I'm a United States Marine, and I'm an avid gun lover. I own over 250 guns, including a 50 caliber sniper rifle, a bunch of AR-15s, Tech 22s, all kinds of interesting things. I like guns. I believe in responsible gun ownership. And I think that I do agree with you on things. I think they should have background checks. I personally, even though I'm an NRA member, I don't agree with the fact that anybody should just, hey, let's hand them out like candy. There's no background checks. That's just asinine to me. I do think that even if I sell my guns, I require some, even though it's not state law, I make them go down and meet me at an FFL dealer and do a background check. Just because for me, it's common sense. And that was before my dad was killed. That was before any of that. I own a 50 caliber sniper rifle. There's no reason, for me, there's no purpose for it besides it's fun. You know, it's cruel to hunt with this, anything like that, but that's what we did. That's what we enjoy. But I think there's things where people have got to realize the problem that's going on this year is people that killed my dad. It wasn't guns that killed my dad. It wasn't the bad people that killed my dad. It was the value they were raised with. You brought up a good point with the saying that in the country these people are isolated because they don't see the violence, they don't see the crime, they don't depend on the government. You think about that. These kids grew up in a city, a hardcore city where there were no family values, they were broken, there was all kinds of issues there. I think it's just one part of the whole thing. It's not the whole story itself. That's not going to fix things. But there's the big chunk of people. You got to realize there's values, there's things that you teach your kids, there's things that need to be fixed in our society that are causing huge issues. And I think that's something that I'm a huge advocate for. And I think that just if we get to the point where we just start saying, hey, we're going to take everything away, that's another issue. But as mayors too, you should see also the fact is the kids that killed my dad, the one was on bail. It was on bail for capital murder. So he'd been busted 5 times while on bail for capital murder, including 2 or 3 days before he got killed my dad. He was busted with a sawed-off shotgun, which even me as a legal gun owner, they bought all my guns, going through federal background checks, everything else. They put him in jail. He was kept for 4 hours and released. 5 times he was let out. He was allowed out while he was on bail for capital murder, and a gang member, past history, at a 19-year-old kid. And so we think that, so it's not just the guns, it's also our rules, our regulations, and how we're handling things.
Thanks.
So.
No, we agree. I'm sorry to hear that. You're not still here?
No, I'm not.
That's too bad. That's a great place.
Also say, you brought up the slogan, guns don't kill people, people kill people. And that's right, but the thing is we know who the people are who use guns to kill other people. And they're prohibited from owning guns, and that's why we need background checks.
An interesting part of my dad's death. So 2 weeks before, sorry, I'm going to jump in, but 2 weeks before my dad died, so there's another robbery down the street. And a lady with 3 armed robbers came in. A lady who was in the bathroom with 5 shots were all over. And what she did is she came out of the bathroom, found those guys, and chased them off. And they think it's the same 3 guys. And one lady with a 5-shot revolver with CHL, she was able to stop those. Nobody was injured, nobody was hurt. 2 weeks later, my best friend that was with my dad, primary shot, has a CHL. He left it home because the gun laws are so hard. It's just not worth it to carry a CHL. And he sat there and watched my dad get shot and killed. So I'm not against God. I agree in responsible ownership. I agree in there's some ridiculous mental health and everything else. But there is things where you get too close. I think we have in this country is the beauty of our freedoms. If we want to sacrifice our freedoms to where then that's it. We got to find a balance between that. That's why, yes, we have more laws, we have more sacrifices. The reason why we have more sacrifices is because of what we have. We want to move to what